like the sea meets every shore. Not an if, but it's a when. From beginning, the sea meets every shore. Not an if, but it's a when. From beginning to the end.
It's how we can rotating. So baby reset. Jagala mind to refresh, yeah. Baby girl, kende zamanyi ojja kumenya omutima. Eyo supidi nyingi gy'onvuga, bigambo bingi b'obisengeka, eno wiki ya makungula. Eyo supidi gy'oliko, nange vibe gye ndimu, ongwira ontomeze mu mukwano, kuba it's a weekend. Rotating, so baby reset. Jagala mind to refresh, yeah. Weekendy, rotating, so baby reset. Jagala mind to refresh, yeah. People elevate, people concentrate, yeah, and forget the past, yeah. So baby, yeah.
Everyone in this world has a talent, and everyone is blessed with a talent. You only need to spot what you're good at. After spotting what you're good at, you're good to go. But if you've not spotted what you're good at, that's when we see people do business, people do things that are not of their call. But when you get yourself what you're good at, then you're good to go. Today with me, my name is Susan Awor. Welcome to the life I live. You are on UBC. Today I've come to visit a friend, a brother, an artist. This young man sings, but you're good to know which type of music does he do. Let me first welcome him, then he's going to tell us more about his music. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? You're
fine.
good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to introduce yourself to our viewers. Tell them who you are, what is the type of your disability. Then I think from there we can pick from there now.
Okay. My name is Bule'Sign. I know as Bule'Sign. I'm a sign language artist. I'm from Machinge, Uwafu. I stay with my grandparents, stay with my brother too. I started from, first of all, I started with Machinge Parent School, yearly school, the first school. So I transferred to Wabigaro Primary School. So when I stopped P6, because there I was a child, because I was not here, well, so I said transfer to leader school for that day, joined P7. So after P7, I joined to Wakiso school for that day. After when I was senior, I transferred to Bari school for that day. After, so now I stay. So I decided to focus on my talent.
On your talent, okay. Before we go that far, let someone out there know, was Frank born like this, or this came after the birth? Were you born like this, or this came after birth?
I was born like that.
You were born like that.
But
eh?
God made me. That's it. as a special person.
As a special person. Oh, okay. So you stay with your parents. You stay with your grandmother. Where are the mom and the dad?
Okay. First of all, my mom birthed me,
Passed
but
away.
I grew up from it with my grandmother and my grandfather. So my father went to out country. So my mother stayed when I was young. So my mother decided to hand to my grandmother to care me. So my mother is no longer here. I stay with my parents.
So do you have siblings? Do you have siblings?
I'm a hard of hearing.
Do you
But I'm
have
part
sisters, brothers, like
Yeah,
from the same mom?
I have brother. So my brother, I have other brother, I have a sister.
Okay, that's good. Now we are looking at a situation whereby you are doing music. From school, you said when you spotted your talent, you started music. When was this?
First of all, when I was in primary school, here in school, I used to write songs.
So you're a
Yeah,
songwriter.
I used to write, but my child was the voice doubting. So I said I cannot manage music to sing. When my first time I joined to deaf schools, I asked myself how they feel the music, how. I tried to see some deaf cannot hear the music, they feel the beat, they feel from here. So when I got the chance from there to do sign language, I tried back for holidays. I search on the internet, I see. I want to know how they use sign music. So I learned from there, from America. So I decided to do that idea. I said, let me do that just to help Dave to enjoy our
To
music.
enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Frank, let's look at life at school. You said at first you were at school of people who talk and listen well.
Yeah.
Then later you transferred. What are some of the challenges you faced that made you leave this other school to the other school?
Oh, first of all, when I was in EI school, I thought that everyone is same like me. I think everyone here is same like me. I fail to understand. When I stand for someone call me, I cannot hear well. Oh, when I stand here, my brother, I can hear well. But even if I turn the other side, when someone speak, I cannot get a message. It's very important to look at the person's face and you can get a message. So when my parents decided to take me to deaf schools, yeah, I decided to get a chance. So my first time when I joined deaf school, there was a big challenge. I don't know sign language. It was a
And
big
everyone there is
challenge.
trying to do this, and for you, you're too green.
It was hard for me. So there was one girl, but remember it was my first time face the school. There was one student, what the girl was greeting me with silence when I don't understand. I used to speak, hey, so I cannot hear. That's the challenge. So I asked the head teacher to help me. So he started interpreting. So he said, how I say like school. I try. So I decided to join that school. Yeah, so I see the challenge through. I say it's better to join deaf schools because I'm like deaf. If you take me to other school, here there is a very big challenge. I cannot hear well. Sometimes teachers complain. Frank, are you getting me? No, I'm not getting. When they put me in front, even the same thing I cannot understand in that thing.
So let's look at what age did you notify that my hearing is loose?
I'm not sure. Remember, I always said I thought that everyone is same like me.
So you grew up knowing all of us here the same.
I understand that I'm a hard of hearing. I understand, but before I never knew that. Yeah.
So you at what percentage last this other ears and the
it's
other one?
Right here 30% and the left here 10%.
How did you know this now? about the right hearing 10 and this one? How did you know?
You say, when I talk to someone,
Mm.
I use this one to get a message, but this one is the heart.
Eh,
Sometimes when I use a phone, I cannot use this one because I cannot get the message well.
completely, eh?
I use this one.
So it's imagination for you that if I'm to hear this is 30, this is 10, or a doctor told you.
When I went to hospital, they use for checkup, So they put for me earphone. So the doctor asked me, when you hear the sound, you raise up. So they increase the sound. And I said this one is ear but this one somehow 10%.
Okay, you're still taking us through the girl at school who would use sign language and you're like, what is this? So how did you cope up with life and how fast was that?
It takes long. When I joined that day, it takes long, like 6 months.
Without learning sign language?
Just trying. But I had a good friend who was a teacher, Madam Elizabeth Liz, yeah. It was a good friend. Started teaching sign language, taught me slowly. Even my friends, they helped me, taught me slow. Before I learned that, I was using a paper and a pen. If you ask how
Right, yeah, when you want
how
something, you just write.
So the answer.
Ah.
Yeah, that's how. So after 6 months, I tried to be perfect. So I try. So when I joined secondary, everything
Secondary,
became
everything was
easy.
now easy. Okay, now let's look at
Art.
the challenges in the society. You know very well person with disability are not given the same right in the society. Someone would know Frank doesn't listen, Frank doesn't hear well, but this person will want to mock Frank. Let's look at the situation like from your childhood. What are some of the challenges that you faced in the society and you're like, oh God, this is becoming too much?
I'm not getting the message.
Okay. You know very well person with disability are not given the same right in the society. When you move, like someone will see someone and say, Frank doesn't listen. Kids, big people will use that against you. What are some of the challenges personally you face in the society?
So sometimes it's no big challenge, but before it was a big challenge. So when I was young, I used to move around the area. Some people start abusing. Look at this boy with small ear. It's different from other. Even I asked myself, why I'm not like other people? I have a small this one. I fail to understand. So my grandmother told me that I was born like that. So even if I move around, up to now, even if I move around, some people look at me like, yeah, I don't know that man. With small ears, but it's okay. That's how God made it. Some other people abuse those young ones. Those young ones is a challenge. But I'm just like a normal person. Sometimes when I use the headstock to cover my face, no one can get me. Even if I move, some people continue looking at me everywhere I go.
So what causes you to cover everything now?
You know, sometimes people can make you be shy and abuse
So let's
you.
say Frank is a shy guy.
Or you say example, even if I walk, example like I walk in the new places,
Or you just
some
don't
people
want those comments.
they start abusing in front of people in public.
Eh,
How
so
do you feel?
So you're trying to give them a peace of mind, like I'm going to cover my face.
Yeah.
If you want to talk, get a topic for yourself. I'm
Yeah,
not a
like
topic
that.
for today.
Yeah, like that. That's why I'm trying to protect myself.
Protect yourself from being mocked.
Yeah.
I think that's so bad, because now if you see someone with a disability and you're making it a topic, man, you have a lot of hustle out there to go and look at. You have a lot of things you can do than mocking someone because you don't create anyone and no one writes a letter to God like, God, I want to be like this. If any of us wrote a letter, me, I would be so brown and this time I would be a Muzungu by any chance. But then, just be grateful for who you are. And to those people who make comments out there, Man, if it was you, just put on anyone's shoes and be like, if I was him, how would I feel? The same way you would feel is the same way Frank feels. Okay, Frank, now let's look at a situation. You're doing music, you write songs, or you stopped writing. You still write.
But I'm still writing.
You're still
Because one
writing.
day I will start producing.
Do you have a song written by you, sung by you yourself?
It's not yet out. Anytime it will be out.
Anytime will be
Anytime.
out. So what exactly do you sing now? Because you don't have yours, but you have songs you sing. So which songs are these?
You see. Some people have different emotion how to write their own songs. For example, like Eddie can write his own song. Even me, I write my own like that. But I've not yet started recording.
So right now let's call it
But-
miming, repeating. What do you do exactly?
But nowadays I'm just translating music for those deaf people. That's why when I joined the deaf school, I saw many deaf watching music videos on TV. They cannot hear, even if you increase the voice, the volume, they cannot hear, but they just feel the beat.
They
So,
felt it in the spirit and
yeah.
be like, this is a hit.
Yeah, but they cannot get a message,
message.
well. So, but beside me, when I'm doing style language music, they can get it clear. They
So
can
let's
get a
say
message.
Eddie Kenz has made a song a weekend and you're doing the sign for
Yeah.
them to pick it up, no? Eddie Kenzo has a new song called Weekend.
You see, like you watch my video, so I decided to do sign language so that they can get the message. This man is saying what, so they must get a message because for them they cannot hear. For example, you can hear, so you can hear. Even me, I cannot hear. But those hearing people can see sign, but they can listen to the audio. They cannot hear the audio, but they can see signs. Sometimes they can read subtitles. That's the challenge. That's
Okay,
why
so that's so
I
great.
decided to give them 5.
No, I am scared of a heartbreak. People derivate, people concentrate, and forget the past year. Kuba it's a weekend, rotating. So baby reset it, jagala mind to refresh, yeah. Weekend.
That's so nice. So how many songs have you translated so far?
I'm not sure.
There are
I'm not
many.
sure. But there are many. Since when I joined the industry, before I joined deaf schools. When I joined the deaf schools, I started to use that, but I'm not sure how many videos are. Some videos were lost. So
Okay, let me know something. Do you ask permission from this artist to translate their music? And if you do a video, who pays for the bills? Do you ask permission to translate their music from them?
yes,
You ask.
yeah, I asked for permission. So when someone asks why, I try to explain so that person can get it clear. So you can do it.
So who pays for the video? You or the artist?
And
You.
my own.
Your own, eh?
That's why when I request education for a permission, I want to translate your song so that other devs can get your music. Say it's okay.
But I have a feeling you can even translate, because some of us, like me, I don't know sign language. If you translated my song, I wouldn't know it's my song. Over.
I can use your song, but you can even
I
sing.
cannot know.
Yes, but you can listen to the
I
audio.
can know. How? You're doing sign, and now hear me. I don't know any sign language, but it's my song.
The beat is playing in the background. And the lyrics, somebody singing out, you can hear the audio.
Yeah, I thought it's just like an action movie. Like you're doing this, and there is no voice at the background. That's what I
It
thought.
has to be there so that it is also relevant to the
True.
people that are listening to it that are not deaf.
Okay, let's ask this, then we go for a break. Have you ever asked someone to translate their music and they're like, it's a no?
I'm not getting.
Have you ever asked someone that I want to translate your music and this person says no?
No one.
Both of them have always given you a yes.
Someone says no.
Both of them have given yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is so nice for the music industry because if person with disability are left out, but there's this young boy who says, I can pick it up and translate your music to people in my society. I think it's a good yes, everyone is coordinating and you're giving him a hand. I'm going for a break and I'm still with Frank, who does sign language music. We are still with Frank. You know, everyone has a parent, and if they don't have parents, they always have guardians, grandmothers, and someone to be there for them. We have Frankie's grandmother who turned out to be a mother and a father to him. So she is going to take us through the life, how she copes up life with Frank. Tuli ku UBC. Frank tubadde tuze mukyazaako n'atugamba nina jjajja wange asobba wako ka story. Oli mulwadde oba just mpewo?
Nzi nalimala naye ntambulira myaka kati giweze nga 10
ng'olimu eno embeera.
bwe ntyo.
Amagulu, mikono,
bodi yonna kumpi
yonna.
bwena nina obugaali ntambulira mu kagaala wirukyea nindeeta wano bwenti lusi nenfuluma wabwe.
Kati abasawo bakugamba kyava ku ki?
Bukadde
Bukadde. Mbadde manyi oba waliwo obulwadde. Bukadde.
sirina bulwadde.
Kati nga maama wa jjajja ate nga maama olwokuba Frank agambye gwe yamukuza okuva nga muto. Ofuna nti obulamu obeera nti opiikinga nti obulamu obwa bulijjo ne Frank? Abantu abasinga si kyangu kukkiriza omuntu omulekera omwana ng'aliko obulemu bagamba ati oyajja kunsumbuwa naye gwe opiikinga nti obulamu obwo?
Nze sikiwulira bubi kubanga ye muzzukulu wange gwe nasooka okufuna. Omwana oyo bamuzaala kitaawe abeera muzzukulu wange, kitaawe w'omwana oyo ng'afuna fuyisa omuwala basoma naye mu ssomero ng'ajja ng'ambuulira amugani munnange ebyo sijja kubisobola. Ate ng'omuwala kyeyakola nga yeewaggula ng'avaayo ewaabwe ng'ajja nga tubeera ffenna nga tubeera naye ekyomukisa yazaala olubuto bwe lwamuluma yali abeera wa nnyina eyo nateete nga bamutwala mu ddwaliro nga tutuula naka. Tekaali kangu nnyo olwokubanga mu bintu byonna tekaali naye olwokubanga nali sirina nnyo bantu nendabirira neŋŋamba omuwala nti tuula
tukuze omwana.
mukazi oli muwala oli yali mulungi kubanga abamu abawala yandyekyanze n'aleka bwaka mwattu teyakaleka awo n'akaddaabiriza bulungi nekakola ki nakalabako ku baana. Omwana yali abuzeemu ate yayanguwa nnyo kutambula kwavula kukola ki kugamba yali mwangu. Ekyo nekisanyusa banne bonna baliwera nga buli muntu akayaayaanira akukwata kasajja kaffe kyavaamu nga kasajja kakulira ddala bulungi kitaawe n'agenda London okusoma n'ensigaza akabona n'omuwala n'agenda nitubeera n'akaana mwaka gumu 2 3 nga tekannaba kwogera
paka myaka ena
nga ebigambo byekwogera tibiwulizika ntwale waaliwo essomero awo waggulu byabazungu byabamerika nga bagamba nti muleezi ajja kuyigira mu ssomero
okwogera
nakwata mwana
ng'omwetika omutwala
nga bwetwala musomero mwana wattu okumala ettaamu emu nga yatubuulira ebyoluzungu nanti oluganda yalinga
awo nga n'okwogera akuyizeemu
akuyize ayiwaati banana olwei naye nga omuntu abeera wano omwana nga akula eyali mwangu nnyo amaze okukulamu olwo nga alaba wakitali nnyo
wafujjofujjo awo
omuntu wafujjo
takyawuliriza jjajja
jjajja akakooki banne mu ssomero nga alaga nti yasinga
okutegeera
kubanga ye yali
ayogera n'okuwulira awulira
n'omukulu w'essomero amugamba temukola ki musajja yali wafujjo mukulu w'essomero ngaagambi banna atuyise omwana ono sandyagadde aleme kuutatuula esifu njagala agituule tusobole okufuna abantu abanaasobola okugenda okuyigiriza ddiri twegayirira musajja waffe nga kubonekako nga musajja si mwangu
agamba mwogere naye nze sibyendiko
naye ngaayagala okusoma ebyo yonna fujjo kwagala fujjo naye ngaayagala okusoma kaakati ndowooza kitaawe kyeyakola engeri gyeyali ebwiri ng'amuweereza nnyo ssente kale banne ng'ajula bata amateke
anti nze nina ssente
baavu nga musajja muganti okumanya omwana mukulu sijja mutuuliza nawange n'omwami oli yatu wawandikira gundi yali yatuula naŋŋamba nti omwana mwamukolerawo sandyagadde mwana oyo kubanga pulezidenti yagenda nakyala mu ssomero yali omutaputa azinga abantu bonna abalala bategi bawuliriza olulimi balumanyi ssomero nagamba sandyagadde ati gamba munnange sikyatambula kalabino naye kwe kutandika okwenoonyeza
ekyokukola ng'omuvubuka kale thank you so much. We have heard from the grandmother. Not every grandmother will pick it from there. We have seen people say like, I cannot take it, I'm even paralyzed, I cannot do, if I cannot help myself, why do I have to help others? But she's taking in the responsibility. She's a mother, she's a grandmother to Frank. I think we have to salute her because not everyone does this. Si buli omu akikola kiva ku mwoyo. You don't lose anything to give it a hand. You don't also lose anything to give a right treat. My name's Susan Awor. The life I live, the life I live.
Like the sea.